This is Michi Hoyer, this is ACR Zakspeed, and we are still running in the 24-hour race of AOR. Sitting in the LMP2 car currently still is Cody Blanton, who took out the car for a full 5.5 hours altogether now, so his second duty comes to an end very short, which will bring up my duty though, as I'm quickly fixing some stuff. So we're still in the run. I got 3 laps and the rest of this one to go. So we're still riding, on the stream of Cody. I'm still engineering him here. I'm still here, yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the race so far. It literally took me very long to get into the groove and get into everything. With that being said, yeah, it took me so long actually that I had to some sort of compromise the pace a bit. And that has dropped us back in good 2 minutes from the lead. Meanwhile, we just came back a good 25 seconds to it. And we hope we will pretty much
free to join the server.
Find them. So that was the 3-lap signal. That means we're gonna swap on the server. Okay, coming.
If you look at his sectors, I guarantee you he's gonna boost this lap.
What do you expect?
I want to save mine until the next lap.
Go for it.
See if I can get a clean boost all the way around. I already lost a lot of time though on this one because of the GTs, so.
Yeah, never mind. Right now it's just all about being safe, being consistent somewhat. That's how we're gonna take out the car.
Yeah. You joining?
On my way. Oh, God's sake. Be right back.
Alright, 2 more laps. Michi. 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 Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah.
Get on the fucking server.
I'm here.
One more lap.
Copy.
Thank you. Just don't like silence when I'm a lap and a half away from
I know. So you're on the way to where exactly?
Porsche.
Okay, so 3 minutes, right. Okay, copy.
Alright, I got you selected. You pressed race, yeah?
I'm riding with you on board, yeah.
Pressed race, yeah?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Can't believe these fucking Astons, dude, that go 300 plus K. I really just don't believe that.
Yeah, it's hard to take.
I mean, seriously, I was boost 4 there. And just can't even close them. Meanwhile, this guy, I'm just gonna frickin' below pass halfway down this short straight. Doesn't make any sense. Or how far is Carpenter behind? 30 seconds again. So I basically just maintain the gap to him. I think he only took fuel though, so you're going to be about 2 minutes behind him, I guess.
Yeah. So for you guys currently sitting on my stream, there is no chat for me to see. Just be aware. Cody will have a look on the chat, I believe, in between, despite managing the gaps to me.
I will probably won't be typing anything then.
Yeah, but probably answering it oral, whatever.
Yeah, if there's anything. Alright, pit stop requested. Got you selected soft tires, both 75 liters.
Okay, I'm ready.
There you go.
Thank you, dude.
Damn.
Did a good job. Was a good recovery drive.
Thank you. Just try to keep it in one piece until Sir Keithley arises.
So Keithley. Sure. Gonna try nothing else. Can you sort out the social media thing still?
Hmm?
You have a login for Facebook?
I mean, I could try to post it.
Yeah.
I'm watching behind you, by the way. Alright, you should be good. Remember to go to first. Nice. Don't run into this, dude. Oh man.
Let's see for how long the flat spot sweat can be postponed.
You're gonna have traffic. Better hurry.
Can't hurry out of the pits though.
Yeah, no. That's perfect.
No bollards, nowhere.
Yeah, I see him laying all over the place.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cold tires there.
I'm still not watching you.
That's all good. I just wear them headphones too long today.
Oh yeah, dude, they're hanging on my head. It feels like a damn 30-pound weight at this point.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically we're back to where we were. Literally same drivers before as well.
Careful on that.
Yeah, I'm just
estimating the limits. .236, not too bad of an exit.
Crazy, still got like 150 laps to go.
Yeah.
140. Okay.
Sort of.
Everything good?
Seems fine. lap times could be a bit quicker, but like an okay-ish start.
Yep.
If you see anything that I'm obviously doing wrong, tell me.
I'm not really watching at the moment.
Yeah, but once you are, then
Yeah, I've made a Facebook post and liked and retweeted Twitter.
thank you. Lost an exact second to Carpenter. I'm just trying to minimize the damage.
Yep. Just stay awake, keep the car straight, and that's all we need to do. Who's this in front of you here?
Not sure what to do. I think I stay behind the two Porsches.
So he lets you through, he's under blue flags. Might just let you through.
Great stuff. Thank you very much indeed for that.
Alright, so you were 6/10 slower than Carpenter Sector 1, 3/10 quicker Sector 2, so net 3/10 down so far.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yep. Oh dear. I don't think you realize how close that just was.
I did.
Yeah.
But it was controlled rather than luck, to say the least.
Lost 2.3 seconds.
2.3.
To be fair though, I think you lost like 2 seconds in the final sector. So,
You think?
yeah, you had a 114 final sector, he had a 112.
Not sure if I ever was so quick anyway.
No, but I think you were on pace to maybe only be a couple tenths slower than him. So, Oh, Tino just did his fastest lap of the race. 33.0. So just think about it that way. Still 1.6 seconds faster than Tino's fastest lap.
I can't be that shit.
Hmm?
Means I can't be that shit.
Yeah. Is it GT or?
Yeah, GT car.
I'd have popped it to boost 4 there. I don't know, did you use 10 boost or? Yeah, that's the problem. You're there, and then he just runs wide, either intentionally or...
Yep.
Either ran wide intentionally, or you scared him and ran him wide. So, and then you end up losing 2 seconds because of it.
Is that worth 2 seconds?
I would say it's worth quite a lot.
Oh, not again yet, man.
Yep. Got another one.
Hmm. 336.
2.5 slower. Just love it. You look over and just see these bollards right off the track as the lights pass by. Yeah, you lost over a typical sector 3. You lost 4 seconds. So
Looks like a runway down here, though.
oh yeah. I think it definitely helps if we didn't have all those lights on the barriers.
Yep.
It'd be a lot easier to just completely lose concentration. I think Tino just did his 2 fastest sectors because his number 4 was on fire and then he was in the pits. It's pretty much the way it goes. You find a lot of pace right at the end of the tire stint. Another GT. See, like this is one of the GTs that is actually going about the speed it should be.
Shots fired.
If it was one of those other GTs, he would have out-accelerated you down or up that hill.
111.3. Carpenter, you fucking kidding me?
11.3 and a 7.8. I think he might have had traffic in the final sector.
I would appreciate it.
Yes, he did. But I think he only lost about a second. Maybe a second and a half.
There must be something in the set. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
we pointed it out quite often though.
Yeah, I think they're honestly just... Yeah. They're pretty much just chilling, running their pace. Boost.
No, don't need that.
Catch this one in the perfect spot. Wow. Oh dear. Could have been worse, I guess.
Yep.
Carpenter 11.5.
12.5. Yeah.
Huh?
A 12.5 is the best probably I can get now out of this sector.
You just did an 11.9 the last lap.
Yeah, I mean, but with that traffic.
Oh yeah.
Shoot. What were you gonna say?
Carpenter is actually catching Kraus. He's probably only about 10 or 15 seconds behind him on track.
112.5 wasn't a bad guess.
12.6, yeah. Still lost a second to him. It's crazy. It's to the point though, man, where I just don't even think, even with Jack in the car, like, I just don't know if he can actually, I mean, he's gonna have to do about 5 hours straight.
Can't do that. Remember that we still need to get a Ross into the car.
I understand that. There's 8 hours left in the race though.
And I'm gonna be on the car for another 2. Yeah.
Ross, I think, only needs about 30 to 40 minutes. So, I mean, if push comes to shove, the last time that we box for fuel,
Yeah.
he can go in the car, so long as it's a full tank. And I think that'll push him over the 3-hour window. He did a 33.1. I think he got held up again in Sector 3.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that 33 at all.
No. Probably 35.
34. Depending on Porsche exit. Okay. Oops. Only just.
43.9. Nice yellow state tents.
That's gonna be ugly.
Yep. Carpenter 11.3, Kraus 11.2.
The fuck?
They have pretty much clear track.
Still on a clean
And-
track, I'm just doing 11.8.
And they could be boosting a bit as well.
I'm trying not to flat spot my tires.
All
What was
good.
that?
I don't know, because it was just for a split second. Wasn't Jack.
Sadly not, no.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's exactly like me. Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch it on the entry.
Yeah, nothing I can do.
Another GT ahead of him, by the way.
Careful. Started looking for my tires so well.
By the way, you've got a ridiculous amount of clean track, so you need to use this. Lost 4.6 seconds to Carpenter last lap.
The lap times they do.
I mean, it wasn't anything that you wouldn't be able to get within maybe a second of, but just catching an absolute fuck ton of traffic. So the good thing is they're catching some traffic now, so I don't think they're going to be particularly super fast over the next couple laps. You did 11.8 sector 1, so you're only 2/10 down on him.
Despite the bad turn 1. Yeah, and the flat spot starting.
Alright, so far this lap you're down by 7 tenths.
If he would be significantly lighter than I would say, alright. But that's just like an effect time for nothing.
Yeah, it's 1 lap lighter. .3 slower. To be honest though, I think it's mainly just Carpenter at the moment is the reason why they're fast. I would say he's actually lapping faster than what Baxter was doing.
Agreed.
He's almost put a lap on Kraus, by the way.
Uh,
11.4 to an 11.8. I mean, that fucking Aston's just so scary.
yeah,
Isn't that shit?
I thought he spun into me.
Just fucking four-wheel drift. Well, Carpenter's been flying this lap, but he is catching GT traffic in Porsche curves right now. So.
Cody, I'm sorry, but I mean, even you did lose time to him. And now we're hitting GTEs at ridiculous spots.
That's a better way to pass him there.
The flat spots coming through though. I'll mainly get them after Ruslan. And somewhere else, probably Indianapolis.
Jesus Christ. Your fucking entry speed there was like ridiculous. First Porsche curve. That was actually really good, like Porsche curve section there. unfortunately, still lost 1.2. Jesus.
Still was the best thing I could do.
Yeah. I'm guessing you used a 10
Fuck,
boost
man.
last lap.
Carpenter just took 25 seconds away from me for no reason.
I also think they're different to us, by the way, on tires. Remember, they're not changing their tires on driver swap, so I think you may or may not gain 30 seconds back before you need this, before you need a driver swap. So, but of course, we'll just lose it again as soon as Jack gets in the car. Who the fuck, man? The people that drive this fucking yellow car as well. Outrageously fucking slow.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck off the track. And seriously, if you're gonna brake 300 meters before the corner and then crawl through it at 20k, got yellow flags for some reason. P6 spun in front of you. Somewhere. Watch out.
Left hand side. Alright, all good. Apart from the fact that right, some really different burn lap times.
I don't know if he got held up here. He's probably, yeah. He's just smashed a 31.4.
Right, gonna sign up for AOR F2 on rFactor 2.
Oh dear.
Just to go there and kick asses.
Considering Baxter wins basically every race by like a minute, and I doubt it.
Why? They are no good. Yes, they are running in this lead here now, I do know. But they have not been good 2 years ago, so why should they be now? By good I mean OP. You're not a bad driver, Jack's not a bad driver, Ross isn't a bad driver. And yet they gain a second out of us. Like, no. Simply not.
Yeah, like I said, dude, I think it's just a matter of Carpenter doing, he's obviously pushing incredibly hard, and combination with probably a second a lap faster setup than what we have, and that's how they're doing what they're doing. I mean, it may or may not actually be a second. I think Jack getting the lap time he did in Q was because of Jack, not because of the set.
Possibly.
How the fuck he did like a 27? He did a fucking like 27.4 with this setup. It's outrageous.
I'm already pissed off those tires.
And there's nothing you can do about it. going to be battling Kraus here very soon. We'll see how much Kraus puts up a fight.
Don't think not at all. Why would he fight?
If he was smart, he would fight.
I got protested.
There's no reason. I mean, if you just let him pass, I think he's still about 3 or 4, maybe 5 seconds behind, but he's closing in still. But yeah, I mean, there's just no reason. There's no reason to just let him pass and then proceed to drive away. If you can just make him sit behind you and hold him up, then the only problem though is blue flags, and if he gets close enough to activate the blue flags, then he'll have to pull over.
Yep.
Could have been a little bit better with that GT, but it was alright. I like how he just nearly wiped you out.
We were pretty lucky though, that occasion.
Yeah, I'd say with both of those, didn't really lose a whole lot of time. You can get this one out of Dunlop. Yeah, he was horrifically slow on that apex again. Okay, next car on track is Bojan. P9. Carpenter 11-2.
Sorry, that's a joke.
The meme, I would say, of this stint has been the OP-ness of the VD sport car.
I'm sweating the hell out of the car, lapping 33s. What?
Yeah, dude. I mean, to be honest, I'd only be maybe a second a lot faster, but fuck, you're gonna catch this guy in the bullseye? Oh, it's Bojan, isn't it? Shit. I'll just come into the chat. I think you'll be alright. I like that fucking drift. You see that?
It's ridiculous.
That four-wheel power slide on entry?
Yeah.
You got P12 GT in front of you. Hopefully you'll catch him after Arnage. Yeah. Pretty slow, GT. Alright, so you got another GT ahead and entering Porsche curves now. At least on the live timing, so I'm probably about 5 or 10 seconds behind you. You should. Yeah, you'll be fine. catch him somewhere in the first sector.
Yeah,
Hopefully not
happy
until
me.
the song. No, you're definitely gonna catch him before then. Carpenter 11-0, sector 1.
Not even if I sweat the hell out of the boost.
Yeah, I mean, even if either of us were running boost 4, we'd not even be able to do that shit. At least that was ideal.
Sort of. It was a bit close, he scared me like slowing down.
Yeah, I think you're fine though. I don't think you lost too much. Yeah, Kraus is trying everything he can to stay in front of him. Kraus also 11-1, sector 1.
Or maybe we should do the ACR Zakspeed 24 hours of something and win it.
By the way, even Tino was 11-7, sector 1 last time around. He did 11-7 that time. You're still on your first fuel run, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But a darn crane in your chat saying Carpenter is running those crazy laps and he's third fastest on their team, lol. I don't know, I would say so far in this event.
Second quickest, at the least.
Yeah. Either because Baxter was running into trouble or something, but Baxter has the fastest lap time by a fucking country mile, but I think Baxter's had more incidents and more inconsistency.
Fairly true.
Porsche GT and entering Porsche now. Okay. So you should be fine to go through here. Look, it's Go Mankini. How long until sunrise? I don't know, maybe another 3 hours, 4 hours?
Yeah, 3 to 4 hours. Fuck.
Car just come out of the pits. Not even sure. That was a necessary risk. Van's asking how you're doing.
Miles better than the first run. What a bit meh because of car center speed.
Yeah, VD is a little OP. By the way, he's boosted the shit out of this lap. 10.8, Sector 1, 6.4, Sector 2.
They're doing this random shit.
It's his second to last lap, so
Yeah.
that's what they're doing every time. One good bit of news though is he smashed those sectors, and now he's smashing into about 4 GTs going into Porsche. So did 11.4 by the way, Sector 1, so that was good.
How was that 11? Or
No idea what it was.
because I scared the hell out of you there.
I would say it's probably the just purely the fuel, because the final couple laps, final 3-4 laps of the stint, the car really just does speed up massively. You may or may not catch some GTs here.
Carpenter in the pits.
Yeah. Depending on whether he changes tires. Moving again, so I don't think he changed tires.
Yeah, it's gonna be ultra close. There he is actually. What to do?
Stay behind.
Gonna watch those track limits, you know?
Maybe. Be careful here.
I'm not even boosting, but I'm quicker.
Low. Boost 4. Pass him. Got plenty to burn on this lap. You're pitting.
Fucker.
Lol. Wow, seriously? Okay. Wow, dumbass.
What an idiot.
Fucked.
He scared the shit out of me running to my car. Holy crap.
Fucking moron. That's kind of what I was hoping would happen though.
Yeah.
Like, he should fucking realize that you pit this lap. So, why don't you just fucking sit behind, you impatient dumbass? That's exactly what I was hoping. If you put him into the pressure like that, he's just gonna feel like he needs to overtake you. Perfect. So at least that costs him a couple extra seconds there.
Yep.
Every little bit helps.
And I got a reason to rewatch the stream. Well, how late can you brake actually anyway?
On pit request and pit request again, by the way.
Gonna take less fuel.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Go 72. Just to be safe.
Very marginal on tires this time. Saved us a second of fuel.
Yep, it's all good. Go, 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 go.
Box, 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 box.
Alright, so Cross is going to be about 2 minutes behind, but he has to stop, so...
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be almost a lap down to you. Got P7.
Have you just watched where the car was refueled to 57, 75?
It was almost a 75.
So that worked well. Another 2 liters less than next time.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all marginal anyways. 26 compared, because it held you past 25, so it was at 25.3, so, I mean, maybe you save like half a second or something, half a second, 7/10.
Gonna need every bit now. Could be only about justice up to a minute exit.
159.2.
Yeehaw! Game on.
That's good.
And yet the Muppet laps, stupid lap times still. I hope he already flat spotted his tires. the fuck, GTE, really? Couldn't have left less space.
Where's Fernando to complain when we need him?
Yeah. Decent outlap.
All the time you must live in space, okay? Mr. Keithley,
Good morning.
Back. Hello.
So if you want, this is the last stint we just boxed. Usually I would do this and another one, but we're a minute behind the lead.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Did anything happen to the other guy, or was they just knocking that quick tonight?
Well, Kraus took back over the car for P3. He's been in it for the last couple hours. But I would say he's not actually been that blindingly fast. He got ran down by Carpenter just before the pit cycle a couple laps ago. He was doing really fast lap times there, but for the most part on high fuel and everything, he's not really setting the world alight. So basically P3 is about a lap down, and we're about a minute behind. So
Which sounds like we are closer to the leader though than we were when I got out.
Well, that's the case.
yeah. By the way, they just
Okay.
had a Michi and Carpenter during the pit cycle last time. Just had a giant fucking battle. Carpenter dive bombed the fuck out of Michi into the first chicane. After Michi passed him and slipstreamed down the Mulsanne, and just dived the shit out of him. But it was, I guess, fair. No contact or anything, but Michi had to back out of it, and then I told Michi to use temp boost and boost back by him. Carpenter basically squeezed him almost four wheels off the track down the Mulsanne on the second run down to the second chicane. Michi cleared him by about a car and a half, maybe 2 cars before the braking zone, and then Carpenter dived it all the way from there up the inside and flew off the track.
What an idiot.
and lost about 5 or 6 seconds, and then Mitch, and this is the worst part as well. I wanted to do this because I didn't think he would actually fucking throw it off the track that dramatically, but I wanted to do it purely because Mitchie was pitting that lap. So I was like, okay, we'll just fuck with him basically. Like if he's smart, he'll just let you overtake him and just.
Okay.
It was Mitchie's in lap, and Carpenter went and did that. I mean, it's a bit silly. But it's been a long night, so I'm sure pretty much drained. Because they got, who do they have? They have D'Alessandro and Bolabassi, right, to do the rest of the race?
D'Alessandro? D'Alessandro was the meme car that took off.
He was the meme car, never mind, yeah. So, Chadwick and... Is it Chadwick?
Yeah, could be.
I think it's Chadwick and Bolabassi.
Okay.
Chadwick's probably gonna have to do at least one more stint, because I think he only did one triple stint at the beginning.
Is Chadwick quick?
What?
Alright, so hang on a minute, Mitch. Have you just started your theoretical? It's earlier than planned, but your last run.
Well, it's the run before the last run. I'm in the middle stint of the triple stint, but I would be ready handing over the final stint to you, so you do 4 stints overall.
Yeah.
If you wish.
Alright, in that case, do I have time to get quick something to eat?
Of course.
Okay.
63 liters in the tank, projected 30 minutes to go in the stint.
Oh, that's more. That's more than 30. That's more towards 40 minutes.
Whatever.
But Okay, it sounds like it was a pretty good night actually.
My start was bad, but after that it got well. Tino 30.8.
Excuse me?
Tino did a 30.5, sorry.
What?
Look at that fucking live timing.
I know, I'm just looking at it. What the fuck? Not bad for a Codemasters driver. But then again, I did a 29.3, so whatever.
Well, I can turn up the engine boost as well if you wish, and no.
Floor it.
Be aware though, you're gonna get a rattlesnake.
No. I'm gonna take it a little bit easy this time. Because I need more time or stints.
I didn't take it too easy yet though.
Mm.
Oh, bloody hell.
Glad to hear you're still dying.
Yeah, yes. So, I'm gonna get something to eat before I do die, finally. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Or back in about 10-15 minutes.
I'd rather sit there and watch some rattle memes than driving.
Yeah. Go Van asking if you're gaining time on Sam. Not really. I think you've lost 6/10 so far this lap.
Yeah, but I'm giving it everything I got.
No.
Not like I'm sandbagging around.
Yeah, Go Van, I'm pretty certain they spend a lot more time on setup work and whatnot for preparation for this race, so... And to be totally honest with you, from what I've seen from the whole VD team, I would say Carpenter's been probably the most impressive driver so far in this race. Besides Baxter's ridiculous fastest lap time, but...
I mean, we all can boost our ass off for one lap.
Yeah, but even if we did that with our car, there's no way in hell we're doing a 27.9. I think a boost 4 lap. I don't know. I've just been scared running boost 4 the entire lap. And I know we're obviously going to be nowhere near pushing 16 hours using boost 4, but I'd rather not.
Sure.
I'd rather not use it. I would turn it down to boost 1 basically for all the chicanes, all the corners. Alright, so that Nick Brackey is back in P3, and he just got lapped by Carpenter, so we are now the only car. There's 2 cars on lead lap. And hopefully we can just keep it clean for the rest of this stint, get it back to Jack, and if Jack can get back up to speed real fast and smash in a good stint, then might put us back in the ball game. Yeah. And to be fair, we actually did have a I mean, I know they've had some problems as well, I think, during one of Baxter's stints, but we also had a stop-go penalty. So, or a drive-through. Was it a drive-through? It was a drive-through, wasn't it? So, like the most minor incident ever. I like the acceleration that Aston had. It was actually out accelerating you out of that fucking corner.
No. Didn't miss by much.
Alright, so next cars on track, by the way, are in the Ford chicane. So, got about 30 seconds, clear track. And there is nobody in the pits as well, so this will be clear track, so next lap will be totally clear. The next car you will catch is P2 in the GTs. They're about a minute behind our team.
Big shout out to them, by the way. They're doing great.
Yeah, we definitely haven't mentioned them very much, but yeah, we're leading in GT. So.
Going for a sweaty team result.
Yeah, so depending on how these last 6-7 hours of the race play out, yeah, things are looking good. We'll definitely, barring any kind of super dramatic stuff, we'll have double podium, and yeah, you never know what might happen, maybe even a double win. But we're still a long way off being able to manage that.
For the first time ever, I enjoy this car around this track since I'm on it.
Yeah, to be honest, Jack was pretty much spot on about the whole second stint. That's when the car is the best.
Yeah.
Especially second stint towards the end of the fuel. It's very, very good. Alright. Mulsanne corner is where the GT is.
Sounds like I hit it on the Porsches.
No. No, you'll definitely be fine for the rest of the lap. It's an Indy now. You've more or less matched him so far, and he lost a lot of time in Sector 3. Got held up by GTs, most likely. And if I'm not mistaken, he got held up by our GT.
Shots fired. Did we pass our car?
Hmm?
Did we pass our car?
No.
GTE. Fucking stead in the way.
No, I think you were just entranced by him in the chicane when he lost it, and then he just followed him right off. So,
Yeah, still
pretty easy to do.
that crap of a chicane, a 13-1.
By the way, I like how that guy ran wide, and then he still cut the right side. I
Yeah.
guarantee he got a cut track for that. So stupid.
Jack will off the car. Yeah, run me off. It's alright. Idiot. Sometimes I do not even know what people think when they see a car in the mirror.
And they don't.
Ah, they don't think at all. It could be. Yeah, could be true. Can this idiot stop crying about his freaking penalty? Imagine if that ban hits get the penalty removed first. That was a pretty sweaty sector 1.
(11.2). Half a second quicker than Carpenter.
Well, Jesus, I'm eating tires.
It's fine. I mean, you were way to the good last time, so should be fine. Is this one of those supersonic Astons in front of you? Looks like it.
Just demolish a super lap time here.
Yep. I swear there's like half of the GT grid remaining. They're running absolutely zero downforce on those cars. It's a maximum straight line.
Ooh. Don't hit me. Where did that spin come from?
Carry too much entry speed. And then nail the throttle.
It's literally what I did last 6-7 laps.
Carry too much. Now flat spots are going to be worse.
Don't feel anything right now. Oh, sorry.
Well, that's the first spin that we've had for how many hours? Since Jack was in the car, so...
Jack did a spin and done, yeah, 9 hours maybe?
Yeah.
For crying out loud. Shit car, behave.
Just try to regroup.
Check tires. Again.
My general opinion here is get Jack in the car. Next time you need to pit for gas.
That is, I think, what we agreed on.
Okay.
Hello, speaking of that.
Yeah, Michi just spun last lap.
No.
No
First
damage.
time, yeah, it was spun in at Indianapolis, so on the exit.
Lost.
Probably 20 seconds.
Oh.
Yep. 16.
Yeah, 16 overall on the lap.
So I've still got like 6 hours, 7 hours.
I mean, we can try. They got still a bottleneck to come, I believe.
Yeah. Carpenter's gonna have some clear laps coming up. He's got like one GT in front of him. Bochan is in front of you, so let me go address that.
Sorry, Jack.
It's okay. I don't know if you know, but I had a little spin in my second stint.
Yeah, I know.
So I got lost like 8 seconds, so it's okay. Got like 7 hours, 8 hours to go.
You can watch the stream, by the way, so you see what happens.
Okay, I will do it in a moment. Well, actually, I'm going to go on to the game.
36 liters.
Yeah.
You got what, about 8 laps? 7?
7.
Yeah, 7. These races just have way too much attrition. Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's just what a darn crane or whatever said in chat. There needs to be more cars finishing these races, yeah.
How many are remaining?
22.
That's not too bad, actually, because when I got out, it was 26.
Yeah.
9 hours ago.
Yeah, I think it's, for the most part, it's just kind of weeded through a lot of the teams that didn't have a more complete driver lineup, and obviously I'm sure there's been several lost due to misfortune as well. By the way, I did tell the GT guys they're doing fucking awesome to keep it up. So. Yeah, Craig, yeah, I don't know how many people actually disconnected. He said the disconnect, rejoin from disconnect isn't working properly even though it's enabled.
Not sure if we had any disconnect at all. A meme car, if any.
Yeah, there's no way to know. Let's just pray it doesn't happen to us. Oh, what do you know, a GT into Porsche curves?
I'm afraid yes.
There you go, Michi, that's how you do it.
Ah, fuck me. Yeah, if you fuck up the first, well, I have to fuck up the first Porsche entry. That like pulls itself through the entire book.
Yeah, the biggest thing is at the third apex. Third apex you have to compromise in order to widen out the last corner.
Yeah.
I would always do it every lap, so I never really risked carrying the extra speed. Craig said there's been probably 5 DCs.
Oh, we're at one moment.
No, in total, out of all the people who have...
Wow.
Just hang in there, Michi.
I'm alright. I'm aware.
Those corners before Tetru scared the fuck out of me.
I know. It was all under control though. I know I spun.
No, I mean I don't really care about a low spins or low speed spin like that. It's the going 200. Jesus Christ.
Excuse me, fucking hell.
It's the going 200 plus kilometers an hour through an apex and then heading towards a wall at like a 45-degree angle. That's what I don't like.
Well,
yeah, I know, that's like 3/4 of the track, but...
It's gonna be fine. Just another 6 laps.
Oh dear, even a darn crane, he's reiterated your message to Craig saying that he wants to race in AOR F1 next season and then he wants to stomp you and Sam. Lol.
Fair enough. Challenge
Shots
accepted.
fired. about we get Marco Conti to build the mod?
You mean Michele De Alessandro?
Oh yeah, so those interchangeable? Yeah, that's what I thought. You mean a mod on rFactor 2, Craig, that actually has track limits? I really don't believe you.
I want to see it. I want to test it.
He says it has proper track limits.
I would be scared, if so.
I didn't even know if rFactor 2 had track limits at all.
Yeah, they have.
They do.
But you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, like VEC Le Mans does. If you get 3,000 lap counts, you can't drive through. No, stop and go.
He's not even talking about the track limits, he's just talking about the rules.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you guys try to enforce in here, but obviously it's... You can't watch everybody, every corner, every lap, so it's just...
I don't think... I've not seen anyone get a single penalty for track limits yet, like no one reported.
And of course he says, I don't even know if I want to say this comment because it's going to trigger the fuck out of you, Michi.
Why?
You shouldn't have even said that.
Let me guess, it's the track's fault.
I'll wait until you're almost on.
Alright, shoot.
In FSR, the curve is part of the track, which is retarded. We are 2 wheels, white lines.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
I think 2 wheels, white lines is fucking absurd. I think as long as you have 1 wheel on the white line, that's fine. If you're gonna start restricting it by the white line.
I agree though, to some extent.
At the end of the day, there's not a single game out there, single sim, single game that actually has consistent track limits around every circuit. I mean, hell, around any circuit. I mean,
because there are some which are in-game made tracks, which they probably do enforce it, but then you've got third-party ones which don't.
Yeah, I'm talking about stuff even like iRental, where you have like Watkins Glen Turn 1 or some.
That is the most inconvenient shit.
Yeah, that is fucking weird.
They take the oh dear, Jack.
Take the Nürburgring, the Grand Prix circuit, the chicane before the final turn. iRacing, if you just go a little bit too hard over the sausage curb, no off track, but the 2.5 second slowdown. Gotcha. Jack, 23 liters. Be ready soon.
How many litres?
23.
Okay, then give me a 3-lap warning and I'll enter the game and
yeah, when he crosses the line this time, it'll be
4 laps.
4 laps to go.
okay.
So you got about 4 minutes. 4.5. So Craig said that every corner where possible should be like Monza Lesmo 2. Isn't that the one in iRental where I see people like literally driving in the fucking gravel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can go quicker by smashing over the Astro stuff ground. It's fucked.
I mean, clearly we must be playing MXGP fucking off-road motocross game. Sounds like a fun time to do that in a Porsche 919. Yeah, I do remember that shit, just watching it during like the Grand Prix series and everything, the World Championship series.
I'm so jet lagged, guys, it's ridiculous. I feel like it is 1 PM, but we have 9:34. It's just outrageous.
3 more laps, you'll be fine.
It's ready S1.
Was it?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah. Hey, you're down there, right around that 4. Why the hell does it seem like with 4 laps to go, all of a sudden the car just like increases by a second a lap?
Oh no, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's almost like a damn switch goes off. Maybe that's also part of the reason why maybe they did enough testing to realize that all of a sudden the car just magically goes shit tons faster.
Yeah, like the last 6 laps, I was insane. It was the first 8.
Yeah. I still think if Codemasters actually gave a fuck, they could absolutely nail track limits.
Yep.
Because they've put quite a lot of effort into it, especially in 2016. And then for some reason, from 2016 to 2017, some of the corners and some of the circuits, they almost like loosened the restriction, which is a bit weird. I would actually say that when they brought the strict corner cutting in for 2015, that was probably the most harsh track limits I've ever seen on any game, any sim across the board. Even if you just went like 2 wheels on the white line in some corners, it fucking penalized you. It's pretty bad. Oh man. Good thing you noticed he was running wide there.
It just killed my flyer.
Yep.
Ah, fuck me.
Alright, he's on the Mulsanne then, coming to 2 to go, Jack, so...
Okay.
Hmm? Actually,
So-
3 to go right now.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as soon as you cross to go, get 3 to go, then you can join. Oh, by the way, I think the F1 beta starts on, F1 beta starts on Monday, so that'll be fun.
For some of us.
Mm-hmm. Although I'm technically under NDA, so should I have said that? Maybe not. Oh no. I've been banned from the live.
You just said that from on the live stream, so...
Oh no, it's permanently captured.
It's like premature Jack.
Oh dear.
They're all busy watching Canada anyway.
Like what I just said, that's... It's in the stream.
Yeah, guy in chat mentioned Paul Ricard, how real F1 is going to deal with track limits there.
That's really
It's the
ridiculous.
track's fault. Yeah, it's gonna be the track's fault.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's
I want to
for
see
damn
whether
sure.
they have to adhere to the pit entry line. Oh. For the sake of my happiness, move over.
Can't say happiness, start saying penis.
Slow down.
Got this damn ridiculous GT3.
How can you set up a GTE so quick?
By the way, Jack, I swear to God, I've been in Boost 4 in the slipstream behind multiple Astons in this fucking race, and I've been going well over 307, 308k, and I'm barely catching them before the braking zone into the chicanes.
Yeah, I mean, that's... I always try to judge call sign if we need to use the 10 boost or not. So I want to save it for the later laps when fuel is like down to at least 25.
Yeah. You riding on board yet?
I am now loading up. Do?
He's got 2 laps to go.
Okay.
Get you watch track limits.
So I've got like 6 minutes. Distinction.
I don't think you cut those corners by a whole lot, but you went straight over the final chicane, over the curve, and then I think you cut inside a chicane for chicane on the left and right.
They're not enforcing them, so it wasn't matter.
Yeah, well, the problem is the fucking person we're racing against is sitting here watching this stream. So,
Oh, so they're gonna like be very anal.
well, I'm just saying, you give them an opportunity to fucking protest, don't you? So, let's
There's
try to make sure. Jesus Christ, dude.
Pretty. You died.
How can you say this is like normal?
Kind of is. It just doesn't go away. It's like someone that just keeps poking, it just doesn't go away.
I appreciate it, Craig. You're dealing with a German that's been awake for God knows how many hours, so...
Yeah, he was unable to sleep 12 hours ago.
Yeah, who tried to go to sleep and then failed to. So...
I'm actually awake since 26 hours now.
You've got 10 more hours to go, man. I was in Germany, so I was awake 36 hours, weren't I? So you've got that, you've got 10 more hours.
Ah, slow down, for God's sake.
Alright. Set. Right, now loading game. My wheeler's on. That's one thing I didn't check during VEC when I got in. Morning.
Check it, come on.
It's on, yeah.
only enough fuel for one more lap, so...
Got enough sweat for one more lap. No, get out of the fucking way.
Oh god.
I wanna have my 30, you mucker. Oh, that's the old ACR car. Yes!
7.9.
Alright, meme of the stint. Sorry. Sorry. I'm being just unpolite. Well, it's night. Excuses for me.
Night, eh?
I can't see on the distance like 10 meters what kind of car I'm approaching.
Actually, this would be much more easier to do 4 stints in this weather.
Jack, I don't want to be a smart ass, but 2 minutes. Ah, there you go.
Okay. What's Sam Carpenter's pace been?
Pretty
Quick.
fucking good.
To say the least.
Is he just pitted or?
He'll pit this lap.
Oh,
Or
okay.
has he already pitted? No, he should have already pitted.
That's actually good then. We're not that far behind him. That's good. Come on, we can do this.
Yeah, so you're gonna be on old tires, by the way, so...
Okay, what are the condition of the tyres?
We'll be on the final stint
Of the quadruple?
Yep.
of the triple. We're not quadding because there's just no way. If you drive slowly enough and don't push them, then you can definitely quad. It's not gonna be a problem, but if you're actually pushing for lap time, no way.
Well, I'm targeting a quad. Well, I'm going to do 4 stints anyway.
Yeah, it's probably best anyways.
Might have to do one though.
We'll have to do one, what?
That we might have to do one though. A quadra.
Yeah. Oh, watch out, Jesus. I'm surprised how far back 3rd place is.
Hit request.
Choose me.
Yeah,
You are
he's already got
choosing.
you.
I'm the chosen.
Yeah, you're the chosen one.
Yeah.
Or the sweating one, however.
Oh look, a GT going into Porsche.
Ah. For the very last time, motherfucker.
First place is not pitted this lap.
No, I think he already pitted.
Oh.
Yeah, he's one lap. He's basically one lap in front of us in terms of pit cycle. He pits one lap before us every time.
Oh, got time to make. Yeah. So I'm going to be getting on old tyres, and then I change tyres on my next stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless
That's
you
actually
think,
one-
unless
that's
you think you
actually
can
one-
carry them. Actually, Michi's tires are 47. Well, actually, no. No, you're not going to be able to quad those.
Well, not being changed.
Just make sure you,
First gear. Stuff.
yeah.
Alright.
Alright, excellent work. Yeah, 46 on both rears.
I think the
Is this
tires
after,
should
is this after a double or triple?
Double.
a double.
Okay.
I gonna wait for Muslan before Cody saw them. I'm sorry already.
Make sure you back out.
Oh. Oh. Woke myself up. I got 5 hours sleep. Good.
Just glad you didn't get McNish there into the corner.
Mm. Now wait for it.
Shh. Fuck off. Fuck you in the dick.
Hey, come on.
Hang on.
Huh?
Actually, that isn't too bad. I'm not hearing anything, hardly.
What? After that spin, those should be the most flat spotted tires in history.
How are they for you? Was your wheel rattling?
Yes!
Oh.
Maybe Jack cured the problem somehow.
I have a magic touch, you said.
How far are you behind Carpenter?
On 1 minute 26.
It's not that bad.
Go get him.
You can make up to that jabroni and to whoever else gets in that car.
Well, Chadwick is going to have to do a stint, and out of all of them in the race so far, I think he was the slowest.
I gotta be right back.
By a fair margin.
He was, yes.
Yes, so...
Just gonna switch over quick for the interview here. Oh, so fucking dumb.
Box. Let's go ahead and bring him in. How you doing, Michi?
Hey guys.
Having a bit of a run.
Yeah. I mean, finally I'm done. To be fair, 26 hours of being awake. I'm literally so tired. So, yeah, Jack had a 5 to 6 hours sleep. Just came back, had a little bit of breakfast, back on the car. And so Cody and me now gonna be sitting in the back office managing a strat.
Okay, sounds good. You actually had quite a run there. Overtook Sam Carpenter a little bit through pit strategy and kind of just closing the gap in general. Do you guys think you could challenge for the lead here towards the end of the race?
It's gonna be a difficult one. We do believe Chadwick still has to run at least one stint.
I believe so.
Considering Jack is probably our strongest lineup, and Ross Woodford still has to do a stint on our side as well. It's gonna be very close. Let's say we need to see whom of the cars is going cleanly throughout the next 4 or 5 hours, and then that's probably gonna be a crunch time shakedown.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, Ross Woodford showed a lot of promise in the F1 league, so he's definitely not a slouch.
No, definitely not. He impressed me.
He looked promising earlier. He looked very promising.
Exactly.
So, toss-up. I mean, at least in my opinion, it'll be a toss-up. Sam, obviously, extremely fast. I don't think Craig Paxter will be jumping in again. Craig is their fastest guy by a long ways, which isn't really surprising. The guy can wheel a car around simulation style like no other.
Yeah.
I mean, if you manage the gap and you're able to keep the car on the track a little bit longer, maybe another lap?
Yeah,
Potentially?
sure.
Per stint? He said questioningly?
I don't think that's really possible. Like honestly,
No.
you saw people doing in the LMP2's cars doing stints of 15 laps, which is some sort of the optimum.
Mhm.
It's not like there is a lot of slipstreaming available where you could save some fuel. Well, yeah. Now, I mean, it's down in the end to both teams now. For us, the bottleneck was the night, with me probably being the weakest spot on the car. Having done considerably okay in the end. We're gonna have to see. I mean, VD is gonna put in the best drivers. We're gonna put in the best drivers and make the quickest one win in the end.
Yeah, we'll definitely take some strategy calls as well as a little bit of luck, at least on your part. I think it's shaping up to be a heck of a race. As long as you guys can keep the pit time delta down, keep that gap there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a run to the end if you guys can keep it going. That last lap, maybe the last 2 or 3 laps of the whole race, yeah, I think it might boil down to if you guys got to come in for a splash, then yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to time that perfectly, saying as you just suggested, running a lap longer, running a lap shorter, whatever, to not have the final splash in the end. But yeah, I mean, you also have to acknowledge that the GTE cars play a massive role still. Remembering the first time when I got on the car in the middle of the night, I had like the first 10 laps continuously a GTE car into the second to third part of the Porsche corners. Literally 2 seconds gone every single lap for like no reason, nothing I could have done about that. Whereas I think it was Craig Baxter on the car that time just a minute ahead. Like he hit them either on the straight or either on a different spot. And yeah, that is the luck you just said, where things are going to come together as well.
Yeah, and that's something that as a prototype driver, you just have to deal with it.
Exactly.
Obviously, I mean, I don't hear you complaining or anything, but I don't want anybody to confuse any of that with complaining. That it's literally kind of just the way it is.
Exactly.
You know, dude, I've been there. I mean, and I've never complained about a GTE car at all because most of the time, they were fairly courteous and got either held their line, which is what they're supposed to do, and you as the faster car, you got to pass them, or they got out of the way when they could, and down a straightaway or whatever.
Yeah, I think in the heat of the moment, sometimes things are set. Things are sometimes even set publicly when being on a live stream. But when you think about it, like just as you say, of course those GT3 cars, GTE cars have their allowance to race. They have their allowance to be there and to do their own stuff. And yet when you have some misunderstandings, and sometimes, I mean, you're not even communicating between the cars, but I just had massive moments where a GTE car was pulling on the line and off the line, and I was like already off the line, so we nearly collected each other. That is probably the moment when you initially start to mourn about, but at the end of the day, you pass that guy, you do 2 or 3 corners, and then you start thinking, he just wanted to do you a favor. Yeah, it turned out to be like an actual obstacle, but that's how it is.
Overall, your guys' race has been, well, it's been phenomenal. At least in this shoutcaster's opinion, how do you feel so far? I mean, do you feel like you could win it? I mean, a second place in this race is no slouch at all. I think you guys should be proud, but I'm kind of wondering what your thoughts are.
Of course, as a team management perspective, you always enter competition to win. Nevertheless, this sign-up, obviously, despite it was planned 4 or 5 weeks ago, with everyone in the team literally had other stuff and other like day-to-day business. Like for me, it's FSR. For Jack Keithley, it was the Nürburgring event 4 weeks ago. Everyone has their business going on, which is didn't really give it a lot of practice at all. Like we were started actually with 0 on the Monday this week. Put in just a random amount of lap times and just a random amount of setup work, and actually got to the race where we are right now. And no offense, but seeing the guys Carpenter and Craig Baxter at the front, of course they can drive, but you really also see that their car is set up for the race miles better than ours. And yeah, considering the low input and the low preparation time we gave each other, I think a second place is more than satisfying. In fact, I think we were pretty happy with being the only car on the lead lap still. So.
Yeah, that was actually a recent thing. We've actually been watching Peter Hayward, the lone Ligier. They don't have the straight line speed that you guys do. They have the handling, of course, but
yeah.
For those wondering why we've been watching him, he actually bounced off the wall a little bit, and we've been kind of keeping an eye on him just to see how if he's going to be all right.
Exactly. I mean,
it looks like he's okay, but you know, I mean, he's not a running chicane or anything. That particular team, the Ligier, but you know, you do kind of have to contend with that too. There are these slightly slower LMP2s out there that you know, they're going to race you because they don't want to go a lap down. Any experience with that? I mean, I don't know how much of that you've ran into compared to Sam, if you will, or even, you know, that team. But I mean, Peter Hayward has 18 laps on him, so you've had to pass him 18 times.
Yeah, I always had the, not sure whether you want to call it convenience or some sort of a happy part to, if I was in an endurance race, I either was in the lead lap or I was like already 3 or 4 laps down due to colleagues crashing the car or whatever. Or when I crashed it once myself, you're 2 or 3 laps down, and honestly then you do not really start thinking about battling with a lead lap car. Because it's pointless, so to say. Of course, everything can happen still, but on a realistically point of view, you just being in hazard to the lead lap car, and you're being just a danger to yourself, which doesn't make any difference or any sense in that perspective to me. And obviously, I mean, there is a reason why the other cars actually go quicker, if not for crashing. Like as I said, Sam Carpenter, the moment where he battled with me for the lead, I was massively surprised how late and controlled he actually could brake for the first chicane on the Musland straight. And that was the point where I was like, all right, guys, we're not lacking any skills, we're lacking setup performance here. Because he could do things with the car I couldn't have done. And despite he outbroke himself and I had to avoid him into the second chicane, even there, the ability of the setup they had was clearly shown. If you have such kind of difference, at some point you're gonna need to know when you have lost, I would say. And so is it if I like 2 or 3 laps down? Of course I could race the lead lap car, but does it really have a point?
I see. Of course, I see what you're saying as a former racer myself. Being in both positions, of course, you just more or less just want to do it safely.
Sure.
And get around as quickly and as safely as possible, more than anything. But back to Sam, you made a good point there, based off of setup and just how the car handles when under hard braking. And hard braking is something that you encounter here at Le Mans a whole ton, coming down from top speed. The literal top speed of these cars, down to about 100, maybe 150 kph, especially back down on the Mulsanne. Being able to do that as late as possible and under control is very tough to do, but there is a bit of faith, I think, that Sam and crew have in that car, just based off of what I've seen in them driving it, that it will stick.
Exactly.
And you mentioned you guys not having a ton of practice, and I think personally, and this isn't a knock on you guys because I've been in the same situation you guys are, where you just don't have the faith and you'd rather not crash.
Exactly.
Especially into the leader, because God.
Well, I mean, you some kind of taking controlled risk, I would say. I would call it. Like for me, I spun just half an hour ago into Indianapolis. I felt quite good through it, but at some point I just went that little bit too wide. Not really feeling the car on the exit. I really on the entry could feel the spin coming, but couldn't really avoid it anymore. So that is the exact opposite situation. I learned a lot during that race, taking lines, taking curbs, braking here, braking there. Learned a lot during that race, which other people learned beforehand. And yeah, considering this is all playing well, especially I have to give a big shout out to our GTE team, currently driven by Bojan Bogdanov. They are still running in the lead of the GTE cars.
Yeah, they are.
They're doing a great job, really. I mean, they have put in a little bit more effort than we did, but only marginally more. So yeah, I'm quite happy because they had even the biggest starter grid. So I'm quite happy about where they're running at the minute.
Yeah, Boyan himself running about 25 seconds in front of Miguel Oliveira in the Racing Club Endurance Team Junior vehicle. That squad has had quite a battle for the lead. I mean, they're only 30 seconds ahead.
Yeah. I mean, they came from quite far back. They were in between. They were 18th, like 2 laps down, together with 5 other cars. They were ahead of them, and somehow they managed their way through. And that is just how a 24-hour race can be. You can be sitting somewhere and take the lead in the last 2 hours and maintain it. We have seen a lot of real life races where the leading car was leading till 3 minutes to go, and then suddenly went boom. Everything can happen.
I don't know how many times I've been there myself. Honestly, you just out of nowhere the car goes, and you're like, "Ah, dang it!"
Yeah.
We were taking a look at Boyan a little bit and running super smooth, not letting the fact that Miguel is starting to breathe down his neck a little bit. The pit strategy for you guys, though, kind of saw you guys in the lead, and then Sam comes back and takes it back when you guys go into the pits. Now, are you guys going to try to triple or quad stint some tires and maybe stretch out the fuel load a little bit, or do you have any plans for that?
Well, we're gonna see. To be totally honest, we just planned the race into 3 different parts. We planned to the point until Jack had to leave, and we planned until the point Jack and Ross both would be available again. Which is right now, so now is the time where we plan the final stages of the race. I mean, the problem is, you can plan a lot of stuff like 10 hours ago, but what if you crash the car over the night twice or something? Your entire plan is going completely nonsense. So you'd rather manage a car with your drivers being in charge for the amount of period of time, and then you start looking at the end when all the other variables are ready again. And towards this triple stinting, this is actually a sign of low preparation. Usually in those cars you do double stinting. Whatever we did in the endurance races was double stinting. Triple stinting wasn't really possible. However, the first thing we were, like after 2 laps, we boxed for fresh tires in the opening 2 hours of the race. Oh good God, everyone is going for triple stint. Damn, we should have known. So that was the first adaptation, and that is basically the offset right now. We take fresh tires before the VD car takes fresh tires. We just kept that offset of 1 additional stint we missed to do in the beginning of the race, and that is some sort of where the cutoff comes from, or where the difference is located.
I mean, yeah, that just goes to show the viewers, how much thought goes into just race prep and making sure that you're ready for anything really. We heard a little bit about the tire wear from the LMP cars, just a touch from the Astons, that most people are not able to triple stint the tires. Maybe the mediums. Were you guys able to maybe push the mediums, or just stick to the softs the whole way through the race?
I haven't talked to the GT car a lot because I was pretty much involved with the LMP2 car, and we have five guys.
And
Anyway,
I didn't phrase that question very well. The GT cars are saying they were using the mediums, but the LMP cars, the people that we've talked to so far, have said basically they stuck to softs with a potential maybe for trying out the mediums for a triple, maybe even a quad. Have you guys tried the mediums at all, or you're just sticking straight to the plan? Double stint the mediums the softs all the way through the race and be as quick as possible.
Actually, we're triple stinting the softs.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah. We tried what we initially did before the race, a good hour before the race, is taking out the hard tire and see how it wears in order to be able for triple stinting back then. We were like, no, they just have more or less the same tire wear as the soft, so there is not really a benefit in it. So we just went for double stinting on softs, but then found out that the other cars, presumably on the very same tire, did triple stinting. So we went for it. We just said, all right, we need to give it a spin, and then we actually saw that triple stinting on the soft was possible, so we stick to that. I mean, never change a running system.
Just keep working. Just keep going with what works, right?
Exactly.
That's usually the best way to go. So Jack's in the car now.
Exactly.
He'll be in for 2 stints or 3 stints.
Maybe even 4. We have
Maybe
to
4?
see.
Okay.
Definitely we have to get Ross back into the car.
Yes.
And that is going to be a bit of a dependence because he has a Sunday morning work shift. Once that is finished, he comes back straight into the car. Definitely the fact that the event was started and 1.5 hours delayed does help a little bit in that perspective.
Sure. Well, cool, man. So I guess you're done for the morning then.
I'm done for the entire day, to be fair. Like, as I said.
Just scrap it all, right?
Yeah, 24 hour of being awake. Like I tried to go sleep, 6 p.m. No, 9 p.m. But like I was rolling around in the bed till 10:30 p.m. and I was like, all right, fuck it, you're not going to sleep anyway. I would have gotten up 1 a.m. to take the car, or 2 a.m. So I was like, scrub it, 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So what? Yeah. Like meanwhile, I have the feel it's 2 p.m. despite it's just 10:15 yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
you're going through exactly what we all go through.
Yeah, massive jet lag. But anyway,
kind of, yeah, a little bit, yeah. And you feel like you're going a little bit crazy if you don't get any sleep. So
it is.
Michi,
I mean,
thanks for stopping on by, man. I really appreciate it.
Sure, thank you for having me here, and thanks for everyone making this possible. Actually, such 24 hours events are hard to set up, hard to proceed through, and the fact that the server is still running is actually satisfying.
There have been some improvements.
Oh yeah, I mean, plenty of races done where server crashed mid-race, and that is when the schedule really got fucked up.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. All right, cool. Thanks for stopping on by, man. We'll talk to you later.
Sure. Have fun. See you guys. Bye.
You got it. See you later.
I could do 5 stints. I could do this one and a quad.
I'm back.
Hello.
Oh, I thought you'd be asleep.
No. I was given a longer interview than I thought it would be.
I'll have to give an interview. Like, I forgot to do one yesterday.
So I got a question in the chat, Cody. Probably you can answer it because I was gone.
Hmm.
Where is that meme at?
Where is what meme? I haven't heard it.
Really? So check. Tires are fine. Really?
Yes.
Honestly, the the flat spots were worse than after my 3rd stint in the middle of the night.
Fair enough. Oh, gained a lot of time on him that. Gap's down to 1 minute 25 now. I'm targeting taking the lead when they put Chadwick back in.
Well, if they do, we'll see.
Well, I'm in this for 5 stints, so
They might just go straight back to Chim.
So, anyway, guys, quickly bring this to an end. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be around with the team just a little bit. I'm just not sure how much longer my eyes keep awake after I like cool down, get the adrenaline out of the body, and then 20 minutes before the race I would start yawning all over the place. So, probably if I want to survive the Sunday somehow, need to get some sleep. Anyway, chaps, thank you for being here. Thank you, yeah, for staying up all night or getting early up that morning. I mean, meanwhile we have 10:15 a.m. It's quite a time where you could be awake or fall asleep, whatever. So yeah, great to see the support though on a Sunday. Like that, you guys literally are here. If I have one wish, hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends, bring them to the channel and stuff like that. Apart from that, guys, I just wish you a happy Sunday, a happy F1 Canadian Grand Prix, a happy, I think, what is it, 5.5 hours remaining. Let me see. Got too many, oh, for God's sake, too many stuff up the desk. So yeah, a good 6 hours left in the race. Fingers crossed. Gonna heart for that win if it's somehow gonna be possible. It would be great if we could get it in. Gap is yeah, a good minute and 20, minute and 15 seconds. Yeah, there's still much to happen. I try to stay awake with the guys to the end until I fall asleep on that chair. Anyway, chaps, thank you so much for being here. Goodbye.